All right. How's everyone doing? Go ahead and go ahead and put my windows up here real quick, guys. Hey, looks like I'm live. Looks like everything's checking out. It's kind of in the afternoon for you guys, I think. Let me get my it's down. All right, welcome everyone. I think I'm ready to pull back the curtain here. Oops. It's not break time. How's it going, everyone? So yeah. How you doing? Anyway, just make sure everything's good here real quick. Welcome to Satisfactory. As with always, when it comes to streaming, I either here or I'm not. I don't have a schedule at the moment. However, depending on how things go moving forward with the unprecedented growth I've experienced recently, that might change. Especially, obviously, I'm going to be a lot more motivated to come on here if I'm getting super chats and stuff. I mean, let's get real. I'm not going to lie. I mean, obviously, in the end, that's a goal I do strive for is to get to make a living doing this because I think that'd be awesome, right? I mean, who wouldn't want that? So I mean, yeah, eventually, yeah, I want to get that. But I like to stream regardless. I mean, I enjoy it. I actually get a little sad too much if I go too long without doing this. So that's the other reason I do it. But I'm not basically right now. I'm self motivated. It's for the most part. I basically do this because I want to, not so much because of anything else. There's no carrot on a stick or anything for me. So, I mean, maybe that's a good thing, right? Well, anyway, so we're probably going to build the space elevator today if the stream stream goes for as long as it did yesterday. By the way, thanks to those of you that participated. I guess now that I'm back in on the upload schedule and I'm uploading regularly again, maybe I'll do this a little more and try to be more consistent with it, along with But basically, I guess moving forward, the way I got to look at it, even though part of me doesn't want to, is that yeah, videos are going to have to come first. Making videos and keeping shorts backlogged, I think, is really the most important thing to my channel right now, and just keeping that consistency. I think it's really cool that I was able to get backlogged all the way to October. In fact, I think maybe in a couple days here, I get the willingness, because I've had a lot lately, maybe I'll backlog a couple more. I do need to get shorts from my next two Satisfactory videos up there, and some of my Stellaris content as well. There's always something I could do there too. I have a lot of streams that I said I was going to chop up, and I never did. So I have a lot of material to work with. I just got to go do it, So that's where the willingness comes in. I have reached new heights with my diet, like I said, being on this new, the meat-only lifestyle that I've been doing. Yeah, by the way, that's what I'm doing right now. Thought I'd share my steak eating with you guys a little bit. I'm eating Australian marbled beef again with some liver. But anyway, so yeah, this is a casual stream. One sec. Yeah, give me a second here. I had a bone in the bite of steak that I had. I'd take it out, and I didn't want you guys to see that. So give me a second. Don't you hate it when that happens? Okay. By the way, if the eating offends you, I mean, I do care and I don't. I think really if you really liked me enough to begin with, you'd kind of overlook it. I kind of think. But I mean, I'm not trying to offend anybody. Don't get me wrong. But I kind of really do believe in the way I'm eating now. So I kind of want to share it with people, you know? Plus, I will say there are some funny YouTubers out right there right now that that's one of their things, that they'll sit there and eat steak while they while they react to another video. I'm not going to name any names, but yeah, I see them too. But anyway, yeah, you know, I got pushed into this, guys. This whole carnivore thing. This is not. I want you guys to know this is not something. This is not some holier than thou crusade that I was doing, or that I started out that way. No, man, I could not stop eating carbs. Like, I tried not to, and I couldn't stop. You know, and I was gonna go here to the Philippines, and I knew that if I didn't get my weight under control, if I didn't get my eating under control somehow, that I was going to be in a really bad position. We'll just put it that way. So I, kind of out of desperation, I tried this, and yeah, it worked. Yeah, I wanted to moderate. I wanted to, like, you know, I just wanted to moderate my food intake, and I couldn't do it for whatever reason. I don't know why. I mean, well, I do, but I can't go into the reasons, right? There's some things that I can't say on YouTube, you know. Not just because, you know, I'm like a bad actor or something, but because, you know, there are people that, you know, if I talked about certain things, they might be, you know, they might have a bad time, and that's not my place to do that, you know. But anyway, but yeah, so I had a weight issue, and I was just, you know, I was not going to a healthy place, and so I turned to this, and it worked. You know, I was able to control my eating again, and you know, as you can see, I don't know when's the last time, if any of you guys saw me, but I can guarantee you I feel, and I feel like I look much better than I did. For sure. Not to mention the energy levels. Really, honestly, that's it, man. Having energy is the main reason I still do this. Like I eat steak for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do you think I like that? No, I don't. That's not my first choice. Like I said, I wanted to moderate. I would love to, like, eat, you know, whatever I wanted, and have no consequences. But that's just not. That's not how life works, you know. For me. It works for some people. Some people are able to do that. I mean, actually, my dad does this. I'll reveal a little bit here. My dad does this, and you know, he cheats, and he's just fine. You know, but I knew if I cheated, it would just open the door, right? And then that would be back on the table. Eating that way would be back on the table for me. So I just don't do it, you know. But anyway, enough of that. I realize we're off topic here. So this is the base that I built yesterday. I built it on stream. It took about 4 hours. It's kind of slow at first, and I'm not going to spend too much more time messing around here. We are actually going to do things. So let's go visit the hub. I do believe, okay, for sure we need to work on concrete. I do not believe we have set that up yet. In fact, actually, the reason I might have been out there at those iron nodes is because we haven't got our iron operations set up. Maybe? I have to see. Alright. What am I doing? I'm in the wrong place. We need to go up there. I need to show you guys around up there. Because this ground floor, I don't care about this level at all. I don't care about any of this stuff here. I'm going to tear it all down, if anything. Probably pave it in foundations. No, we'll see what's up. So this is where I want to do most of my business here. This is the start of my real base. Probably going to be like this probably going to be here the rest of the game. I mean, look at all that. Look at that horizon. The sky is literally the limit for us to build. And boy, are we going to. You're going to see. Hopefully. Okay, those are cables. Those are wires. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get plates over here. I'm tired of messing around. So got something in the middle. Let's try to get it aligned like that, roughly, and then like this one, we're going to kind of angle it over here a little bit. Yeah, so now this went one forward. That's right, one forward like this. Yeah, that looks about right. So now, take it here, just copy it just like the rest of them. I probably could make this into a blueprint, just obviously I don't have access to blueprints yet. Why did you do that? Come over here. There we go. Okay. So now, you know, it probably would be wiser for me to get the wall mounts and ceiling mounts and stuff before I do this, but I'm just kind of, you know what, we'll do the splitters later. Right now we want it like that. There is one problem though. I can already see, yep, this one's stupid. And that's stupid too. And so is that one. So, we gotta go like this, and reverse this polarity here. And hopefully it will let us connect to that. It looks like it does. Good. This game, I'll tell you, this is one of the things this game does badly need, is the ability. Honestly, all belts should have a GUI, dude. Like, every belt, every splitter should have a GUI that you can access. Take items out of, you know, not so much put items in. You don't necessarily need that, but at least take them out. Take them out, look what's in them, you know, because there's so many times, especially if you have a bus that's really tall. You know, I'm less than a block tall, guys. How the hell am I going to tell what resources up there? Other than clicking the belt from underneath. So, I hope they fix that at some point. But hey, you know, that's a very minor thing. This game, let me tell you, this game went from borderline barely playable to absolutely amazing. Like one of the best games I've ever played in my life. That is a huge achievement, man. It's kind of like, it's almost as good as, I mean, now I'm not a huge fan of No Man's Sky, but I respect what they did with that game. As far as like, you know, redemption story, right? Now this game didn't really necessarily need to be redeemed. It didn't really do anything too bad, but it was a real mess in the beginning. I mean, but it was early access, so that was a good enough excuse. Yeah, so I've never hated this game, but for a while there, I didn't really feel like I wanted to play it because it just, one, it didn't have enough content, right? And then, you know, there was that, and the content that it did have, I wasn't able to work with it very well. One of the changes that really made me start playing this game more was when they introduced free clipping to the game, pretty much, where you see this yellow right here. Back in the day, if this was yellow at all, you could not place it, and there was nothing you could do about it. Basically, you think I make shit neat now. You should have seen me play this before. Yeah, neat, making it super neat, like compulsive neat was the only thing you could do. Buildings could not touch each other at all. Now, I'm missing plates. There we go with the need a job to have a job. So, I'm looking here. So, for whatever reason, I am not getting plates. And I don't know why. So, this is making my plates. Okay, it is getting plates. Alright. So there's the plates. Now, we need to get this, So I think I'm simply going to come down with the lift, the conveyor lift. I think that's what I'll do to make this simpler. Okay, I had this had That's right. This had ingots being smelted. Okay. That's good. And it had a ratio of 60, I believe. So now I actually want to... I realize that even though the ratio right now is going to be off, I probably should just set this up to accept 120 right from the get-go. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. We should have more than enough power. If not, we can easily add more. We have a ton, or last I checked, we have a ton of biomass. Oh yeah, we gotta fix these too. So, the other thing we can also do, we can put, think maybe we could put a merger here. I don't know. I don't know if that really counts, but let's try it anyway. Maybe that'll work. That's really cool if they let you hook into that. Okay, so... Wait, actually, no, we need to go towards the... That's right. You know, I actually have a brilliant idea. I really do. Yes, I do. I think I will just reserve an entire level for Belt Spaghetti. So this will be, now actually for machines, it's going to have to be 3 levels. I forgot about that, yeah. Most machines are going to have to be 3 levels. In fact, you know what? Probably should just make another one just to be safe. Because when we start getting into forges and shit like that, they're going to be even taller. And then again, if they're too tall, then we'll just have it bleed into the 2nd level and we'll just figure it out from there. It's not, we got to be flexible, right? So, by the way, I got a new media player that isn't dumb. So if you have any sound issues, please let me know. Yeah. I am slowly but surely. I look forward to the day where I no longer have to depend on Microsoft for anything. So I think I'm going to try to shut up and play now, because I kind of realize that I've been talking a little too much here. Not getting enough done. So, okay, we got a... okay. So is this... that's right, okay. Yeah, I should have done that first. My bad. There. Okay. So, give us an opportunity to use lights and shit. So now we got the ingots here. Now, actually, I am going to remove that yet again. And we're going to face it this way. Because this is going to be kind of weird. But we actually got to get this this section here is going to be... Oh, I got to get concrete. Yeah. Hopefully I do not run out of concrete before I get a chance to do this. That'll be really annoying. I need a parachute. How's our biofuel doing? Not bad. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh man, look at that. We are gonna be... We're gonna have power for a while. I am not gonna have to grab leaves again for a very long time. Very nice. Okay. Don't need any of that. I'm out of space. Oh, I was doing MAM stuff, wasn't I? Well, we'll put some of these rods back, and then... see if we can get... we need... Come on. There we go. Excellent. So, I may need to think about getting the awesome sink now, but we'll just deal with the son of a... Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get ladders. I don't think I can do this much longer. Okay, so there are 120 ingots a second. So that's 3, or sorry, that's going to be 4 constructors. We need 2 full belts. So if we can find a way to run 6 constructors, I think that's the ticket there. We need 12 reinforced plates. Oops. Yeah, never be afraid to slap a workbench down wherever you want. You can always pick it back up easily. So, let's go ahead and get a bite while we're waiting for that. Okay, so here's what I did. The ratio is 30 ingots per minute, 20 iron plates per minute. So all 6 of these equals 120. I have a 60 per minute max on my belt right now until I get reinforced. So for right now, I'm working with 2 belts. So we're gonna bring this guy here. Okay. We're gonna have him pointed like that. And we're gonna have him right next to him, pointed like that as well. Okay. Just going in there, which is great. And now, all we gotta do is hook the, we gotta go up there and hook that up. Now, this is where I'm gonna get the awesome sink, because I am not gonna make a ramp up there. So, it is time to get ladders. I've been avoiding it, and I can't avoid it any longer. So, the awesome sink is going to be the next thing that we get. And going to launch it now. That amount of concrete hurts. It's not fun. So, we may have to mess with concrete after this. Well, we are going to regardless. But we may just have to settle with hooking up the ingots that we have up there now and get the plates going. I mean, the plates are still running down there, so it's not a big deal. We could probably just set up a couple limestones real quick and get them up here. So now, so the awesome sink. We should have enough power to run this, though we might have to make another biogenerator or two. We'll see. Especially after what we made. We'll just go like that. So we are going to go like this here. And in fact, I think I'm going to put it... Oh, no. I do want to do this. Check this out. So... yeah, I think we'll have 3. Border it by a wall. Now, the other thing too. So why am I doing this? Well, biggest reason is... Give me a second. Okay, so... I'll tell you in a minute. Just let me concentrate on this real quick. You probably guessed what I'm doing here. So as we accumulate resources that we're not using, if they get full and they're not doing anything, I'm going to bleed them into here by manually connecting the belts to these chests here. And then they're going to feed this awesome sink. So basically, I kind of manually regulate my resources that way. And I get tons of tickets. So let's look at, is there anything here full right now? I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's a little too early. So we're just going to go ahead and... Now, we do need to power this, so this needs a power. So let's go like this. Get another power pole right here, just for good measure. And then like that. Now, we do need to make the awesome shop. And we're going to put that right here. So check this out. It looks like it's not killing our power, so that's good. So simply any of these is just like a trash void. Throw that in there, don't care. We'll throw those in there. I don't need that many. We have plenty of rods back there. Don't need the ore. I don't need any ore. I don't need any ingots at all. So we could start with that. And that cleans up our inventory, which is really nice. Leaves, we're just going to go ahead and throw that. In fact, I'll throw the biomass in there as well. Limestone, we don't need that either. And so, yeah. Okay. So for now... Now, I don't believe it's going to give us enough tickets for that. So I actually want to come to the MAM here and see if I can research DNA. Maybe go kill some stuff and... well, yeah, for one, we got to research this. So that works. And so we got to do the megafauna one. Yeah, we do need to get that. I didn't get that yet. No, so I just got the hogs. That's not enough. Okay, so I gotta go... I gotta defeat more enemies. Then we got this. We got the barrel nut, but I think we're gonna need the bacon agark to do anything. So... let's go ahead and... Looks like the hub is back. That's good. I haven't found a yellow slug yet. I think we got the 10 quartz we need, so let's go ahead and just, yeah, we'll throw that in there. I'd like to be able to scan for it anyway. Getting signs and other stuff early is pretty cool, gotta be honest. So, yep, looks like we can scan for it now. That's great. Okay, so, even though the shatter rebar isn't really the greatest, or really regular rebar is all you really need. The rebar gun is amazing. I didn't think it was. I thought it sucked at first, but I learned how to use it, and it was actually pretty good. This is the most important thing in the game. Bite me. This thing is so OP. Like, with these factory ladders, you can literally play Fortnite in Satisfactory when it comes to fighting. You know? Well, not that I like Fortnite, but basically basically once you have these, as long as you keep rods on you, of course, there's never going to be a place that's too high for you to get to. You now have access to the entire map. In theory, like obviously the gas clouds, you're going to need explosives at least before you can deal with those, or a gas mask if you find some way to get that. So, I mean, and then there's some tough enemies that really, you need better weapons to fight if you want any chance of beating them. Though I have cheesed quite a few of them. So, I think I'll just stick wire in there. Oh, I can't really do that. Actually, no. I'll keep what I have. Okay, let's fix this over here. That's right. I didn't. I guess I'm temporarily gonna have to make a ramp. Maybe, maybe not. Well, let me see here. Because if I could separate these out, maybe? No, it's going as fast as it can. It can only go 60 per minute, so... Yep. not really anything I can do about that. The rest of that storage is just for extra space to throw things in so it doesn't get full. Okay, so... yeah, let's just do that. We're gonna be busting this down for sure later, but... okay, so... okay. Let me see if I can attach to... I think it's this one, yeah. Let's see if I can... yep. Right there we go. Okay, so... there, whoop, there it is. And... now we just gotta see if it works. I don't think I powered these. Yeah, I don't think I did. That's fine, I'll just do this. You know, I probably should just get on top of these damn things. Is there a power pole? There is on the end. And we can... dudes, what is with my mouse? Okay, I'm unplugging that. There we go. Oops. There. Sorry, I had a mouse malfunction. Okay, so... alright, good, good, good. It looks like all these are green. That's pretty good. Looks like this is good. This is good. Okay, that's coming down. That's good. Yeah, I'm just gonna check it from the top from now on. Why would I do anything else? Can't believe I didn't think of that sooner. So now we got to belt those. Now that we know all of these are working properly. So, good stuff. Let's go ahead and bring it over. Now, I think what I can do, since I have too much right now, how did I come up here without concrete? Oh, I hate my ADD. You guys have no idea, man. You have no idea how much I raged against having ADD, man. Oh, I'm not asking for an eidetic memory, but Jesus Christ, man. Can I just remember something once in a while? All right. Just want to not have to backtrack and redo what I already did. Oh, alright. Enough complaining. See, do we even have 3? Oh, we do. Hallelujah. Here we go. Here we go with the magical ladder. Oh, my love, my one true love, the factory ladder. I love this thing. And it annoys me that you have to use the Awesome Sync to get it. It should just be there by default. But then again, it does give you a reason to use the Awesome Sync. It is one of the biggest reasons to use it in the first place. So I'll show you other reasons also. Yeah, we're getting rid of this garbage, not using this crap anymore. Never building ramps again in our factory unless we have to. So definitely I think so. This would be the second hallway, I think. Yes. And so yeah, we'll have this be a this will be a walkway. So we're gonna go ahead and actually wall this off here to make sure that they don't. Yeah. Oh. Meh. We can do that. It's fine. Nah, it'll be fine. Okay, so there we go. That's our walkway. Nice and neat. Now, we are going to need to take this way. Now, we're actually going to cover this too. And we are going to come by the Awesome Sync. And ain't that a bitch? The Awesome Sync is taller than that. Of course. That's okay. We'll put a wall around it. It's not a big deal. So, we'll just wall that off. It'll still look good. So, yeah, and we'll just snake that down there. So, since we can only fit 60 on a belt at a time, there's no reason for us to have that extra belt do anything but feed right into the Awesome Sync. Until we can get a faster belt to increase the output. Or we start, you know, well, we still need a faster belt for that, but, you know, we start splitting it off to other factories. Like the reinforced plate factory that we're going to build. And we are going to build one. Hopefully today. Where's my ladder? I didn't make one yet, huh? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Isn't that great, guys? I love factory ladders. So. Now, when we get some more tickets, which is going to be soon, we are definitely going to get wall mounts, yeah. Or actually, no, wall holes, wall conveyor holes, and wall mounts. Okay, so I will show you what those are. They are amazing. Forget stackers, man. You won't need stackers when you have these things. And they look so good. So unbelievably good. I love it. I think the guy that designed the walls and the mount mechanics, all that stuff, the belt mechanics in this game was other than not giving the belt to GUI, was a badass. really enjoy his aesthetics. Okay, so we got that there. So this is gonna have to go forward a little more, you know, like right here probably, and snake around, and it's gonna need to No, I think it's gonna... I'll check this in a minute. We'll have it a little bit tall because it's about to drop soon. So let's see. You know what? I'm gonna get this one behind. There we go. Yep. You know what? Okay, so I will do this, but... Now let's see if the plates are actually going to get here. Oh, looks like they got here already. Great. What about this other one? Yep, I see them going in. Great. So now we got plates up here. That's really good. And we got plates which are going to be fed into the sink here. But we have got to put a little... Yeah, we got to put this guy on here. And then we'll connect the two, like that. Okay. So now this is going to get a steady, endless supply of 60 plates. And I don't think we have to pay attention to it for a while. Until we get reinforced belts. Okay. So, and here it goes. And now it's getting fed plates. All right, now limestone is next. I'm probably going to tear down the iron setup that's down there, since I did a whole new setup over here. I'm actually think I'm going to belt that one over there, but I think we need to take a... Well, no, we need to go get limestone. That is just 100%. Okay, so this shit is going away. What I'm going to have in its place, check this out. Let's see. Where is the... Hold on a minute here. Did I just do what I think I did? Yeah, I fucking did. Okay. So... Oh, that's annoying. That is really annoying. You know what I did? I had left space for the entrance. But, yeah, I put the awesome sink there instead. Okay, so let me see if I can think my way around this. I like the awesome shop right next to the, you know, that... You know, we'll just have this here. We'll have the entrance here. That's just what we're gonna have to do. And we'll just skip, and that'll be the entrance, and then we could actually have the mall going this way. We could have the we have the tube network going this way. That is a possibility, though. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's pretty far off for right now. Okay, so now we're gonna bring that all the way down. Okay, and let's see. Why don't you use jump pads? Fuck jump pads. Anyway, so bring this up here, and so we jump across like that. Do I have enough? I don't have enough plates for that, so we're gonna go here, pick up these plates, and now we're gonna jump across. Grab the ladder, please. Thank you. Do your job. Okay. And then we simply take a wall and go like this. Ever have problems getting down ladders in this game? I certainly do. So what I just did there fixed that problem. So now we can go back up here whenever we want. No, I gotta add another ladder. There we go. And there you go. This will be even better when we have catwalks. But of course, we eventually do want to get an actual elevator here, which will, those things are really nice. I just tried those recently. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. And they have the elevator music and everything, which is also very nice. So yeah, it's about time they had elevators. Really good. I don't like where it is on the tech tree, but hey, an elevator, especially if it's not in late game, is way better than no elevator at all. Okay, so that's where our limestone is. Or this is where concrete comes from. Okay, so we could simply, I know what we could do. Let's kind of mark this a little bit. Okay, let's give a. Okay, so that really is okay. The center. It could go like this here, I think. All right, so I don't think I'm really ready to build a really big concrete factory yet, like, you know, the kind with industrial beams and all that stuff. I'll do that later, but for right now, I will route all the... I will build the concrete on site and route it all to one spot. Okay. Well, you know what? I actually do need to route the limestone to a factory. Probably, maybe in this area. But anyway, we're going to see where the limestone is. There are two, so we need to open another one. Of course it's impure. Why would it be anything else? Okay, so I need a portable miner. And it should be easy. You can do the same thing with an equipment bench that you can do with the crafting bench. Or even the map. So, I'm getting... my phone's acting up. I got a message. What is it? Okay. Okay, give me 1 second to deal with this, guys. Okay, thanks for letting me take a break there, guys. I had to take care of something real quick. I was getting blown up on my phone. I had to clear it. You know, one of the high quality problems I have today is that my phone will not leave me alone. But hey, I remember the days where my phone did nothing for days, maybe even weeks. Yeah, those were fun times, right? Oh yeah. Okay, so let's get back. Let's pull this up and get back to it. By the way, anybody who's new to my channel, I welcome comments. Feel free to leave a comment anytime, even if it's a bad one. If nothing else, I'll thumbs up you and say, hey man, thanks for sharing. Even if you were a jerk. So, I don't really care. I mean, I appreciate good press, don't get me wrong, but I mean, what am I gonna do? Somebody doesn't like my content, I mean, you know. What am I gonna do? Fight with them? Emotionally react? Why? Not even worth my time. I mean, you know, and if I'm upset about it, they're probably right in some way. There's some shred of truth to it. I mean, so many times, like, I've been hit in the gut, and it's just like, I don't want to admit that they're right, but they are. You guys, any of you guys have been with me long enough, you've seen my comment section. You know there are times where I had to swallow my pride, so to speak. And I am always ready to do that if it's necessary. I think that's part of being a strong human being, is your ability to do that, to be able to swallow your pride. I think it takes a strong person to do that, not a weak person. Because I really don't know anything in this world, man. I just know what's in front of me, what's around me, what I see. I can feel, taste, smell, touch, all that stuff. Like, I don't really know anything, though. I just know what's presented to me. No. So, I mean, the guy could be right, could be wrong. I mean, if I think he's right, I'll investigate it, you know? Investigate, I'll ask people, whatever. Yeah, I did that wrong. Why did I do this? Guys, see, this is ADD hard at work. Okay, so this is where the control function does come in, but you got to use this very carefully, because if you do this wrong, you can really mess up your base, namely power. Like this cord right here, I could have easily clicked control on that and messed everything up. So, got to be careful with the control function on your demolishing. I don't advise using it lightly. Be very deliberate with it, is what I recommend. So, okay, now, I'm not seeing any more plates go in there. That is not effing cool, and I want to know why that is. So, we're going to go find out. Because there's no effing reason that should not be working. Other than, that's right, we don't have a second ingot belt to it. That's why it's not working. Okay. So we've got to rectify that. I was working on limestone, but I got blown up and distracted, so I did that. And I really want this to get tickets, though, so we're going to have to switch priorities here. Now this is... Huh. Funny. Okay. Interesting. Oh, look at this. See? This is why I double check, guys. This is why I double check. It's not even getting... there's only one smelter running. Well, there you go. It still needs another one, but yeah. We at least found the problem, so... So we're gonna have to probably get this... Let's see if we can... Oh man, we can do it. Oh my god. We can we do it? It's like the little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. Can we be this lazy? Oh, yes, we can. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah. That feels good. That's very satisfying. Okay. So we could just literally bring it here. Put a conveyor lift on it and bring it right to our face. Isn't that great? Actually, we could just bring it, like, up here. Yeah, and then... Bam. Like that. Now, it's not gonna get... Then, you know what? Can we set a power line from it? I don't think we can reach that far. Okay, this has space. I wonder if I can... And we'll just bring it down and try to connect it this way. Yeah, that, and then see if I can peek around. Come on, come on. Oh, oh, I know. Yeah, it's working already. It's already got power. Okay, silly me. That's all right. We got another connection there. More connections can't hurt. Looks like I'm getting buzzed again. Okay, so yeah, I'll answer this real quick. Okay, so... where were we? So we did just hook up another line of iron ore. It's not optimized by slugs, but we really can't help that yet. Let's see. Oi says, hey man, how many hours do you have in Satisfactory? Hey, how's it going, brother? Now there's a symbol next to your name. I want to know what that is. Are you... what is it? So you got 25 XP. Well, says you're my top fan. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'll figure out what that means later. Still a little new to this level here, but I have. Let me go ahead and look this up real quick. I think it's like 500, but I can't remember. I have thousands of hours in this genre, though, man. I really do. I even played Greg Tech, dude. Have you ever heard of Greg Tech? It's Minecraft mod. It's nuts. But 571 is what it says my playtime is. I have about, let's see, Factorio. If in case you want extra information, I have 1,800 hours in Factorio, and I have 434 hours in Dyson Sphere program. But it really feels like I have way more than that because I've beaten that game several times. So. It's a great game. I'm actually about to finish my last run, but I'm getting bogged down by a couple issues that I gotta take care of. Anyway, it's good to meet you, Oy. I hope you stick around, man. Welcome to the channel. I don't know if I've seen you before or not. If I have, it's been a while, I think. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Okay, so we got the iron. We're gonna get the plates. Or we should be getting, good amount of plates. Plates should be coming down here. It's probably gonna take a little while for them to get back up to speed. But in the meantime, we gotta go take care of our concrete. So yeah, so just like that, you don't even have to worry about going back down the ladder, because going back down the ladder sucks in this game. So just do that. It's fine. And then, I know, so simple a solution. Okay, that's right. I was gonna make a miner. And, do I have any tips? Oh, stick around, man. I've been dispensing them all night. Well, okay, first tip here is I gotta make sure I actually did this. Because I have ADD, so I want to make sure that this is... Okay, the best way to tell is yes. Okay. Whenever you lay a foundation down in this game, and it's not connected to a foundation you already laid, especially if it's your first foundation, hold control when you place it. Very critical. In fact, they need a prompt for this, man. They need to tell you, hey, just letting you know you're not pressing control when laying this foundation down. Are you sure you want to do that? I'm telling you, they need it. Because then if they say yes, it's on them, you know? Like, I think it is that important that it warrants a friendly reminder if you don't do it. Because what's going to happen is, there are some games too, I will use Ark as an example. One of the really annoying things about Ark, yes, I have Ark, I've played Ark, I don't play it anymore. Well, in that game, if you make something separate from your base, and you try to connect the two, you know, foundations to the two, they won't line up, and it'll look ugly. So, if you don't want your base to look ugly, yeah, use control every time. So that's my first tip there. Then, of course, you know, get these berries whenever you see them. Get everything whenever you see them. Don't use, oh yeah, don't eat berries if you can help it. You never see me eating these berries or anything for food when I'm fighting and stuff. Just let your health regen naturally. You want to save that for the inhalers. So that's another tip I could get you just based on what's around me right now. And there's plenty of more where that came from. And then obviously, as you can see, use walls. It's kind of hard to explain why walls are so great, but really, you just need to use them once and you'll never go back. You'll be like, why have I not, that's what happened to me. Why have you not done this sooner? Why have I not done this sooner? I think Satisfactory is a fantastic game. It's one of the best on my roster. I love the big three. Satisfactory, Factorio, Dyson Sphere Program. They're all equally relevant, and any person who calls himself an avid player of the automation building genre should not have either of those excluded from his library. They both each have equal worth. Some are stronger in some areas than others. Like Dyson Sphere Program, for example, that game. Now, this game is too, before I say this, don't get me wrong, but that game is beautiful. Dyson Sphere Program is epic. It is amazing. Seeing that Dyson Sphere for the first time, oh, one of the coolest things that ever happened to me in gaming, man. I was like, wow. Dude, it's just the spectacle of Dyson Sphere Program is unequaled. Even to this game. This game's pretty good. Don't get rid. This game's off the hook. This game has great visuals. Obviously, it's Unreal 5. So that's this game's advantage. This is the only game out of those that's Unreal 5. If you want to play first person, there's no substitute for this game. But then Dyson Sphere Program is also 3D. So they have different strengths and weaknesses. But this is a great game, man. Absolutely. I give this at least a 9 out of 10. I rarely give anything a 10 out of 10. The 10 out of 10s, you know, hate to say it because it's turned into something that I don't like, but Minecraft in general is a 10 out of 10 game. It's just a classic. Really, I reserve the 10 status for classics mainly. But 9 is definitely one of the best games I've ever played. It's definitely that rank there. You know, it's S tier. It's still S tier, just not high S tier or highest S tier, like S plus. Games like Half-Life, the first one, the second one, you know, or just the entire Half-Life series, maybe even Alex. That's S plus, right? Those games, they're legendary. That's the right word, legendary. I reserve the 10 status for legendary games, games that define the industry, that propelled it forward, that came out with things that were never done before. Now, there's some of that in this game. There is. But not to the degree that those games have. Games like Half-Life, Quake, Doom, the first one and two. 1 and 2. You know? The first Quake, Half-Life, Minecraft, you know, and as much as I don't like it now, World of Warcraft. Yeah. I mean, we're talking, and Star Wars Galaxies, to be fair, if you're going to put Warcraft there, you got to put Star Wars Galaxies. Now, that's in the MMO genre. Now, if you don't like MMOs, that's fine. That's not what I'm discussing here. I'm just discussing games that are classics, that any fan of that genre is going to tell you is the GOAT, and deserves to be called the GOAT. I mean, back in the day, now, Warcraft, obviously, World of Warcraft is not the same World of Warcraft it was. I definitely don't think the title goes to it today. But when it first came out, when it was released, you know, what it did to the gaming world was nothing but positive. Like, just incredible. And so those are the games that I reserve a 10 rating for. But this is definitely a 9 out of 10. This is one of the best games I've ever played. The best part about it is it didn't start that way. What do you like more, trains, conveyor belts, or trucks? Okay, this is one of my most important tips that I could give somebody in this game. skip trucks. Trucks are unfinished. They are not a working feature. I would not mess with them at all. Learn from my pain and suffering. Trucks are just terrible. They're not. They're clearly not coded. They need more work. Coffee. That's like the only thing in this game that Coffee Stain needs to give some love. Their behavior is terrible. That you can't make them work long term. I really tried to make trucks work. I really gave it an honest college try. What ended up happening is I wasted hours trying to keep, and I just spent hours constantly fixing them. Whereas belts and trains is really the goat. Okay, just skip trucks and go directly to trains. You can do it. It's easy. You know, and that's the other thing too. By the time you develop the infrastructure that you would need to have a somewhat kind of working truck system, will never work completely, but you know, somewhat runs, actually gets you resources. You could have had trains already and had that set up. So that's kind of my reasoning there. So conveyor belts always relevant, but yes, get trains as soon as possible. Now train all the ores and all the basic resources, and then, you know, belts in your factories, you know. But trucks, I don't think trucks really have a place in this game yet. I want them to. They're cool. They look cool. It's just they don't work. They're an unfinished feature. It's that simple. They're just an unfinished feature. They need a lot more work before they can be viable in this game, I believe. And I haven't found it. I got all the way to nuclear power, and I haven't found anything that trucks can do that the other two methods of transportation cannot do, including hypertubes. So now I will say this: there is an asterisk here. The Doom Buggy, or whatever that thing is called, the Explorer, I think that's the right name. But that thing that you get from the, you know, quartz tree in the MAM, that's good. That's good, obviously. But that has a totally different function. You're not using that for moving your resources around. Okay, so it doesn't really count. I don't really count that as trucks. So yeah. Okay, so this is where limestone's gonna go, and I'm out of iron, and there's iron right there, so we're gonna jump down. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, that's right. Now, I got to set up a power line here. Oh, I could do it all over there, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go like this. And then I'll connect it. There we go. Perfect. And, you know, I'll just haphazardly bring this over here. I think, though, before I go further, I actually do want to check and see if I got more tickets. Yeah, have a good night, Oi. Nice to meet you, man. Hope you come back. Nope. Well, wait. That actually might be enough. Let's try that. Okay, so... So we go to management. These two are amazing. Or sorry, this too sometimes. This and this are just must-haves in my arsenal. But I think we are actually going to go with this first. Because that way we don't need to use those conveyor poles anymore. Not really. Okay. And make sure we didn't just get another ticket. We're close to getting one, but we'll just sell for that for now. All right, what did I just buy? I'm going to show you right now. But actually, we are on the wrong plane of existence. And naturally, we are running out of concrete. So, take care of that. Let's see. I think, yeah, that's a little unrealistic, but you know what? We'll just... Nope, gotta do it. Don't care. I actually really don't care about it at all. Well, okay. So, to be fair, we could just do this. If we want to make it look good, we could probably just do that and... maybe just do that there. Okay, so... I'll just make a temporary ladder here. Okay, so check this out. You're about to see the magic of conveyor. You know what? We're gonna make that 5 high because I don't like stuff going over the top. That's annoying. Okay, so this. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. Now, tell me this isn't magical. Trust me, when you do this, you'll never go back. You'll never go back to stacker poles. You'll never go back to poles, period. I mean, sometimes you will. I mean, there's a place for stackers, sure. But most of the time, this is all you need to do, my friend. Okay, so... okay, this is actually the resource floor, so probably just do that, and I'm actually want it to only be two walls high for now. Okay, so oh. Okay, so I did miscalculate. Okay. So I didn't need this at all. All right. Give me a second. Okay, I was actually on the right level the whole time. Oh well. But hey, we could put the concrete factory up here. In fact, actually, yeah, that's what we need to do. So we're actually just going to tear these walls down using the control button sparingly. All right, I want to make an actual hallway. So this is, yeah, this is the, or down there, down here is the resources. Okay. Just as a frame of reference, yeah, that's where it's gonna be. Okay. Should be good. Alright. So now I do want to have this be a good walkway. It's alright if this is in the way for a minute. I actually want to get rid of these walls and kind of just use like a... I actually just want to use a half-wall railing or whatever. It'll be a good view too, I think. So we know that, hey, this is where the hub is. So why don't we just do this for now, I think. I think that's good. That'll keep us... I think this will keep us from jumping over. Yeah, okay, there we go. That'll work for now until we can get, like, actual railings, catwalk railings, that kind of shit. Okay, so we'll do that, and then, yeah, so this is definitely, this is the hallway right here. So I want this hallway to parallel. Yeah. As far as the factory is concerned. Now, I effed up here. I should have had this belt lower. But, I kind of goofed a little bit. That's okay. I'll be fixing it later. This is not permanent. Especially now that we got this, what you just saw. Okay. Yep, that's legit. So now this is gonna be... We'll have this be concrete, no problem. Let's see. Your average constructor or smelter setup only needs to be 3 foundations wide, okay? That's why I'm doing this. Put a wall there to divide so we don't fall down, because falling down is bad, especially when we don't have a parachute yet. But hopefully we'll get that at some point soon. Now, the other thing we're going to need at some point is doors, of course, but for right now, we'll just leave a nice gap there. We'll put walls here. Okay, and now we're going to start belting the stone here. But we're going to belt it underneath, because that's the right thing to do. Okay, ow, whatever. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of this. And maybe I can actually wall mount it. Yes, I can. I can wall mount it right there. That's good. We'll do that for now. And then... Oh, no, no. Okay. You son of a bitch. Okay. I gotta do something about this. Alright. I guess that works. Let me see here. We'll just do that for now, so it's not so complicated. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. Okay, now that's gonna be for later. I keep forgetting this is limestone. So we're gonna go probably to like right... I'm thinking here. Yeah, probably most likely like that. And we'll have this guy here. You better be able to... Oh, you bastard. You bastard, you do not reverse, you piece of crap. Okay, so... No. There we go. Now, you don't have to put a wall straight there all the time. You could just do that and take this and put it along the wall right there. Now, right now, this is rudimentary, but this is going to get much more advanced later on. It's going to look much nicer. So that's our first belt of limestone. Now, that's only 30 because it's impure. So we're going to need some slugs to boost that as well. And since we can, we're actually going to go ahead and... Wait, do I have enough concrete? Yes, I do. I have more than enough. Okay. We built the space, so all I got to do is build this thing. So we're going to disconnect that. And we're going to bring this over here. Alright, and I'm going to try to make it as neat as possible. Actually, what we'll do... There we go. And then we'll actually stick it on there. And then now, check this out. Since it only goes at 30, you know, it's impure, so it only goes at 30, we're going to go ahead and make this a full 60 belt by merging. Okay, for now. So that's going to come down. It's going to merge with this. It's going to come up. Okay. Always keep expansion in mind later on, and we can come back up here. And that is sticking out, though I kind of faced it the wrong way like a dummy. But you know what? Did I? I actually don't think I did, because I can just do this. Isn't that great? Okay, now. I think we can get a couple for now. Let me make sure. So, there is a way to ratio this and get this kind of perfectly ratioed. Let's go ahead and do concrete. So we're okay. 45. So 45 times 3. So 45 times 2 is 90. Okay. We have a belt of 60. Okay. So we need another belt of 60. Now, if we had another belt of 60, that would be 120. Okay. And so 3. Okay. I forgot there was something freaky I did, but I can't remember. Oh, okay. So in order to get, we get 60 in one and 30 in another. How do we do that when there's two? So we have the first belt goes. Let's go ahead and do this. So we're actually going to do that. Yes. Okay. That's right. Okay, so with 260 belts, what we want to do with 2 constructors. Now this will be enough for that constructor. but you'll still have 15 left over. But actually, since we're doing it this way, we can just go like this, but we can also come down here, and we're going to go to the next line later on, and the extra output from filling this one later on will go to the third one. So I think that's what we'll do, but for right now, we'll just let this ride the way it is. No power, so we need to bring power up here. Let me see if I can do the Sauron thing here, and oh, it looks like I can, so we'll actually have it here. Then from here, we'll put it down here, and then, actually no, we're going to do this. Bulk control, like always, to make sure that it's placed on our grid. And we'll just do that. So now it's on the foundation. Always place with the end in mind, or with the future in mind. With future expansion in mind, more specifically. So we got this, and actually what we want to do here is kind of make an extra pull there. So I've been playing for 2 hours, cool. It says about 150 on the stream. I probably should take a proper break just to rest, you know, lay down for a minute. I'm one of those guys that needs to do that once in a while, especially, you guys may not know this, but I almost died several years ago from blood clot in my lungs, and ever since that day, I have not been able to stay up or stay out of bed for more than several hours without having to lay back down at least for 10 or 15 minutes. Yep, just the way it is. But you know, I'm doing so much better now. I'm very grateful for that. Okay, so now we have our concrete. Before we take our break, I am going to belt this shit over here. So, let me go ahead and, so now we can, for now, yeah, we're going to go ahead and stick that down there. And let me go ahead and, all right, so I can jump down there, and we can simply, that's our elevator, so we want to keep that clear, because we'd love to have an elevator to this part of the base. And then of course the factory floor as well. So we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that open, or we're gonna leave that for the elevator. Block that off. Okay. So good stuff. And so now we're gonna take this, build that over. I kind of call this the Jeffries floor. So it's like, yeah, it is what you think it is. It's basically a Star Trek reference. You know, in Star Trek, they had those Jeffries tubes on the ship, you know, where they put all the electrical stuff and everything and all the maintenance stuff. They don't want you to see or have to walk around, you know, dangerous areas, that kind of thing. That's kind of what the way I view these belt levels, where it's just belt spaghetti madness, basically. That's where I contain my belt spaghetti to, though it's not really going to be spaghetti when I finally am able to do what I want to do. So we have the concrete, and so this is cables. So this is going to be our concrete here. So we actually need to belt the concrete this way. Hold on. I'm actually not finished yet. Right here. Bad. Oh, that's dumb too. Okay. So now, let's see if I can. Nah, I'm just gonna use the ladder up here to get get the angle on this thing. Okay, so I do want to make this thing neat, so for now we can stick a ladder here, why not? And it's just me, or did my media player get really quiet all of a sudden? I definitely want to turn this up. There, let's turn that up a little bit. I don't know why my media player got quiet like that. Okay, I don't know. That song doesn't need to be on there, I don't think. Hold on a second. There we go. That's alright, yeah. We could have some elevator music, why not? Okay, so we finally got some more concrete over. I think we did increase our concrete output, so that's good. I'm gonna take a break and let this build up, and then we're gonna move the rest of the concrete up here, and I think there's rods and screws left. We get rods and screws left up here, and then really after that, it's just fill out the research, make the reinforced plate factories, and shit'll really start taking off and get fast after that, because I'm not going to have to go down to that stupid ground floor anymore. Not that much, except to deal with power, which I think I might have to at least make a couple more generators, especially if I keep building, especially with the assemblers that we're going to build, so... Oops, I don't want to do that yet. I mean, we can save it. I did do a lot of stuff. Okay, so... But I'm not going to quit yet. So, let me... Actually, let me make sure... You know what, guys? Actually, I think this is a good place to quit. Because there's an event I want to go to, but but it's about to come up, and I think I should go to it. Wasn't planning. I mean, I didn't know it was there until now. So yeah, I mean, I don't. You know me, I don't plan, dude. Like I can't. Not the way my life is today. Not right now. You know, it is getting a little better, I think, but every time I think it's getting better, I just go back to square one, having an out-of-control, chaotic life that I have no power over, so I don't think I ever will. But it's nice to have some normalcy, some good feeling, some, I dare say, predictability, not really, just, you know, just peace. Peace and lack of drama, other than the drama that comes from myself. Well, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Let's see. I'll go ahead and put the official end of stream screen up. All right. You guys have a good evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. If you're new, if you're seeing this for the first time, if you're one of my Satisfactory viewers, welcome. Especially if you found... By the way... Chapter 3, though I don't call it Chapter 3 on my title, Chapter 3 for my Satisfactory series that I'm doing has been posted today. so I just released it. Go ahead and check it out. I think I did a pretty good job, but give me feedback on it. I do think I could have been a little better at creating a little more spectacle, but like I said, I'm going to get better as I keep doing these things. I keep putting them out. I just need to put out the numbers right now. So, yep, just start pumping, man. That's what I'm doing. All I'm doing is pumping. So, my next video, though, I released a Satisfactory video today. I'm going to try to get a Stellaris video out there as quickly as possible. It's either going to be my initial reaction to the new expansion that's about to be released, or both, that and the first installment of my official tutorial series, which I started working on with the same format. I scrapped the one I made a while ago but never finished in favor of doing it again in this format. So I redid it in this format, and I'm about to release, about halfway done with the first installment of Stellaris for the tutorial series. So I cover many different games. In case you're new to my channel, I am a variety YouTuber streamer. Get used to it, or you can always off click, because I will not focus. I will not put all my eggs in one basket. I will not invest all my resources into one niche. I just won't do it. It's not a good position to be in. I've seen a lot of YouTubers shoot themselves in the foot by doing that, and it's just a principle, and it's an economic principle as well. So, if Stellaris fails, for example, I can keep doing Satisfactory until I find another game to plug into, while looking for another game to do on the side. And if Satisfactory fails, then I can always fall back on Stellaris or Factorio, so yeah. So that's why I do things that way. And if that bothers you, sorry, man. You're welcome to come back. I mean, if you have to unsub, I understand, but hope you stick around. But if you have to leave, I hope you come back sometime. I mean, not really much I can do about that. Anyway, love you guys. Have a great night, again, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Take care.